Hello, and thank you for taking the time to watch this short case study about how Shoebooks provides the hospitality industry with cloud accounting software and tailored bookkeeping and payroll services. Now, firstly, if this is the first time that you've come across Shoebooks, this is what we're all about. It's pretty simple. We're about helping you reduce your overhead costs and allowing you to manage your business effectively while we actually take all the stress and headaches away from the bookkeeping side of your business. We do this by two ways. Providing our cloud accounting software, which is very comprehensive, and also tailoring a solution using a range of different modules within our online bookkeeping and payroll services. Now, in the hospitality industry, we work with a number of very well-known brands around Australia, including a number of pub groups, restaurants, event management groups, and a number of nightclubs as well. Now, we do this because they've all got some very common challenges. They've got multiple locations that they need to report on and manage. They've got difficult payroll requirements because of different awards, looking after casual, part-time, and hundreds of people in their payroll. They've got multiple data feeds coming from different point-of-sale systems, rostering platforms, accommodation, software, events management software, which means a lot of double-entry data and issues around that. They're lacking real-time financial management reporting because of the sheer volume of data that needs to be put into some kind of reporting. They've got very high wage costs associated with administration, again because of lack of integration with systems. And the owners are time poor, which we're all time poor, but certainly in the hospitality industry where they're working sometimes 24/7, very time poor owners. This is actually one of the pub groups that we work with. This is what they looked like before they came to Shoebooks a number of years ago. As you see here, they came with multiple locations. In each location were effectively set up as silos, so they had their own point-of-sale systems. They had their own accounting package. So for an example, with this pub group, they had MyOb, there was a QuickBooks, another MyOb package, and an account ACPAC package as well. Some of them had different rostering systems. They also had different invoicing systems, management reports coming in from different locations in different formats. Down the bottom here, we've got some accommodation software and event management software as well. So a lot of different systems in each location. Effectively, what used to happen on a weekly and certainly monthly basis was that administration people from each location would effectively export the information out to a printer, so print it out at head office, and a number of people at head office then would have to put together all the financial information into 4 different management reports, as you can see here. Now, the two big issues that this pub group had that we had to solve straight away was that they were getting their management reports late. So instead of getting them at the end of the month or the 7th day at the close of a month, they were getting them 30, 45 days after the month's end. And that was due to the inefficient systems they had to actually collate the information. And they also had very, very high administration costs to be able to produce these reports, and also high IT costs. So as you can imagine, having different accounting software platforms and all the data entry required were significant costs associated with the overheads. So this is how they transformed their business. They did it in 2 steps. So the first step was that we sat down with them, we looked at how we could get rid of a lot of the data entry they had in their back office. Now, we did that by doing a couple of things. Firstly, we got rid of all the accounting software they had in each location. They were very fortunate that they were one reporting entity, so we could actually bring everything into one Shoebooks accounting software package. We then looked at how we can actually integrate and bring feeds in from their point-of-sale system, from their rostering platform to automate the payroll side of the business, the accommodation software, the events management software, and we did this with every single location. Now, we actually used our divisional reporting aspect of Shoebooks accounting software, so each location set up in one account was set up as a separate division, and within those divisions the owners can now look at things like in location 1, how the front bar's performing, how the restaurant's performing, how the nightclub's performing, how the accommodation side's performing, all with a click of a button. So step 1 just alone took out a lot of the data entry required and a lot of the resourcing required to put information together. Step 2 was we also looked at how many people were actually involved in their back office accounts processing. And some of those functions that they could potentially outsource to our team on a weekly and monthly basis. And we looked at things like the weekly accounts payable tasks, accounts receivable tasks, their payroll processing, who was doing the bank recs and how long that took, preparing the BAS, and especially the management report, which we already looked at. To cut a long story short, they've effectively outsourced all of these modules out to our team at Shoebooks, which has dramatically reduced their overhead costs internally. The results achieved: reduced headaches. They've now got an account manager, one point of reference for all things happening with accounts payable, accounts receivable, and especially payroll. Reduced admin resourcing. They went from This particular group went from 10 admin down to 2 admin, so you can do your own numbers on the cost savings there. Double entry eliminated, so integrating all of those systems reduced a huge amount of time. For example, payroll went from 3 days down to 3 hours. They've now got fixed accounting time, so every single month they get a consolidated management report for all locations and all divisions within each location, and a consolidated P&L for the entire group, I think on the 7th day of every month. But the big one for the pub group was the total decrease in overheads. Although they've picked up some associated costs with outsourcing some of their services, the overall return on investment has been huge by reducing the admin costs and the IT, certainly the software costs ongoing. So there's just a short snippet of some of the things we do, especially in the hospitality space. If you'd like an obligation-free quote, please contact us today on 1300 882 428. You can also email us at sales@shoebooks.com.au or go straight to our website and you can find out a lot more information there. Again, thanks for your time, and we hope to be speaking to you soon.